onward, and upward. I don't need your applause. It's the God Opulent LDTV. Yeah, I had to pop out on this one. I had to pop out on this one. Yeah, it's been a long time since I done a live. You know, gotta focus on family. Gotta focus on family. I was on vacation from July 9th to pretty much the 20th. And I made sure to show up on this YouTube thing for the people that reciprocate for me. So I definitely see it through. Hey, what up, family? Mr. Gumbo, how you doing, brother? Appreciate you sliding through. So you know me, man. Also, another thing, man. Uh, a couple months ago, I unfollowed a lot of celebrities. A lot of celebrities I unfollow. I also unfollowed a lot of people that I just don't interact with, or don't interact with me. And I'm sure a lot of people gonna feel a way about it when they found out that I unfollowed them. But if we don't interact, there's just really no reason for us to, follow each other. And it even came down to, one of my sisters. I unfollowed one of my sisters. So nobody should feel any important, any more important than my sister, who, I was just home and I kicked it with her. Like it was nothing. It was nothing. I love my sis. But if we don't interact, there's no reason for us to follow each other. Like I said, I don't really care to follow celebrities like that anymore. Like I do follow a lot of boxers that I've actually kind of met, or people that I truly fuck with and everything. But for the people who I just don't need I just don't have no need for just following a bunch of motherfuckers for no reason. But man, I want to get into this shit. Just do what's up, bro. I appreciate you sliding through. Mr. Gumbo said I need my car work done. Man, I ain't no damn mechanic, bro. You new here, smash the sub button, smash the sub button, smash the like button, or do as you wish. Go ahead and get your lurk on. I ain't tripping. But man, I want to get into this card last night. I'm not here to talk about Fury's fight, and I'm not here to talk about AJ. Respectfully, fuck both of those guys. I don't care about them right now. Who I care about right now is the Errol Spence card last night. And before I get into it, let me just say that the card pretty much fell apart. It fell apart. I have to admit that this was the worst card ever. Before I go on, let me just say that when I had favorite fighters, when I had a favorite fighter, nowadays I just sit back and all I care about is I love boxing and I care about the truth. Anything else I don't give two fucks about. But I'm far from a fanboy. If you know my history on YouTube, I distance myself from fanboyish type individuals. I don't have to name the names. I've been clearly direct in the past. But we passed that now, so I don't have to keep bringing that same shit up. You know what I'm saying? But look, I am a heavy supporter of Errol Spence Jr., but we have to keep it real with him. We have to keep it real. Nobody is above approach. Nobody is above approach. We got to keep it real. But like I was saying, the whole card fell apart from Charlo not being able to get his visa. I don't know what happened with that. To Cool Boy Steph, I don't know what the hell was going on with bruh. I think bruh just wanted a free trip to Australia, because he was not taking that serious, and I believe that truly hurt his brand. That really hurt his brand real bad to me, in my opinion. That was horrible. That was a horrible look. And man, the saxophones, just to keep it real, the saxophones were playing real loud in my ear last night. I'm trying to stay awake. I did enjoy the Dominican fight with the dude they call Akusu or something like that, the Sweet Pea. And I have to say, man, I get it. The real Sweet Pea that we all know and grew up with, he's gone. I get it. But bro, you is not Sweet Pea, man. He is not Sweet Pea. And he's the Olympian, and that's one thing we have to keep in mind too. Just because you're in the Olympics, that doesn't make you more skilled than another fighter. It's all about the competition of there's levels to this, man. That's one thing we just need to realize. There's real levels to this. And just because your record looks good, that doesn't mean you're really fighting competition at all. There's people's really out here fighting tomato cans. And the record, you would look at the record and be like, man, this motherfucker's a killer. But he really ain't been tested at all. He said, Cool Boy became a bodybuilder. Bruh, I heard Cool Boy, he got a chicken spot out there in Philly. And he's been getting high of his own supply. I'm going to say it like that. The boy been getting high of his own supply. And it showed with the weight. But one thing we gotta realize is that Cool Boy is not a real short guy. He actually got a little height on him, man. He got some height on him. And we all know as you get older, it's harder to lose weight. I'm not gonna say that you can't lose it, but you gotta really be locked in to do it. And of course, there is certain situations where they just plateau, where you just can't lose any more weight. And Cool Boy, he needs to move up, but he doesn't want to move up because he knows at 35 he's gonna get his ass beat. That's what he knows. So this is just me giving my opinion. Of course, you're allowed to always feel how you feel, and I don't feel a way about it. But Cool Boy knows 35 is dangerous, and he wants no parts of that shit. But I really wanted to see that fight with him and what's the dude, Calum, some shit. I don't know what the boy name was, I forgot. But again, this is one of the most horrible cards ever. One of the most horrible cards ever. I believe the co-main event, I think the guy ended up getting a stoppage. I was in and out of consciousness. Like I said, the saxophones were talking real loud, man. They were singing in my ear. So I was in and out of consciousness. The Errol Spence fight came. He said, I'm 53, and went from 298 to 235 and still couldn't wait. Hey, congratulations, Gumbo. That's what's up. That's dope. Again, man, when you stay focused, when you lock in, you can do everything. But that anyway, I believe that anyway loss really did something to Cool Boy's mental. He just doesn't seem to be as locked in as he was. And after that, he got a couple gift wins, I believe. But hey, it is what it is, man. But just getting into this Errol fight, again, this was one of the most horrible card, but for Errol, people gonna show up and buy. I bought it, you know what I'm saying? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I got that Dazzin package, and I think they said like there's a certain amount of fights. Like the package is legit now. I think you pay like I don't know. I think mine said like 44 or something, some odd change, but you get a lot of these pay-per-view fights for technically, quote unquote free. That comes with your package, and hey, hold up real quick. Yeah. So yeah, so I got the Dazzle package that actually includes a certain amount of pay-per-views per year, and I'm digging that. That shit is legit. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to, you know, go out of my crib. I could just sit in the crib, watch it on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Or I could, of course, cast it to my TV. And if I were y'all, man, I mean, I know a lot of y'all don't like the zone or whatever, but the zone is really on a come up for sure now, especially with this package. I think it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? You can, but the only thing is that you can't screen record or take pictures. That's the downfall. But whatever. I mean, what you could do though, you could, if you have two phones, or if you with somebody with a different phone, you can record it from that phone. I think that's the only thing you can do. But anyway, just getting into this Tsyzu versus Errol Spence Jr. fight, I want to reiterate that I am a true supporter of Errol Spence Jr., but we got to keep it real, man. Again, I'm not no fanboy of no fighter. These guys make millions in there. Errol Spence look garbage in there. He looked garbage in there, tripping over his feet, reaching. He never really found his distance. It was a shit show. And I believe that Tim could have got him out of there, but Tim himself was like, I don't want to really shit on Tim because he did what he was supposed to do, right? But he didn't want to take the risks that it would take to get Errol Spence out of there. But in my opinion, Errol Spence was like around what, six? I think Errol Spence was there to be taken out. He could have got him up out of there a long time ago. And hey, as Errol said, man, this fight was for him. But as a fan of him, as a supporter, yeah, it's definitely time for him to. It's definitely time for him to hang it up. Definitely time. I know it was a prideful man like him. Again, this is a sport of boxing. Somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. But to lose in Australia, man, that's got to be definitely. That's a worse L. That's a worse L than losing to Crawford. To me, that's a worse L. Judge, you say, yeah, that package deal was a really smart move from the zone. It's definitely worth it. Oh, for sure, yeah. So I'm locked in with that package deal myself. So yeah, I recommend anybody to lock in with that. It's very worth it. Because remember, at first the zone they were kind of fucking over people. Let's be honest. They were doing people dirty with their little package deal. But now that they finally added in the pay-per-view package, yeah, it's legit. And you see all these deals, the zone is real. Like I said, the zone is on an up and up. So we're gonna be seeing a lot of fights coming through the zone. So again, it'd be smart to, because a lot of times these links, man, they just not worth it, man. These links, half the time they don't work. They be janky. You get like a gazillion ads. It's not even worth it, man. It's not. Hey, it's not worth it to be on a link. It's a big headache to be on these links. But just to continue on, I believe, of course, it's a combination of things. Of course, it's the accident, but again, it's the lifestyle. It's the choices that Errol made outside of the ring, blowing up, blowing up really big, and then having these fat camps. Of course, the alcohol that he had a little vice with. Of course, the accident, but I believe his body had like a delayed reaction to the accident because we've seen him fight Danny Garcia. We seen him fight dang, what's that nigga name? What's the Cuban name? I just forgot his name right now. But we seen him fight that Cuban, beat their ass. Ugas, yeah. We seen him fight Ugas. and he appeared to be back. But I feel like he had just a delayed, plus age. Like I said, he got older, and man, it's just not looking good. It's just time for him to really just be done with the sport, focus on his promotional, company that he got going on, and hey, the good thing I haven't watched the post-fight interviews yet, but it appears that he went out like a champ. He went out like a champ, and the reason I use that thumbnail of Terrence Crawford, like watching as it's basically Terrence Crawford is I got it from Fight Hub in a video Fight Hub. So shout out to them. But it's Terrence Crawford watching Errol Spence pretty much walk to the back, and Errol Spence is talking to Ronnie Shields, and Ronnie Shields is kind of holding him. And to me, that was like the coldest picture. Okay, that's like the first. To me, that's the coldest picture of the whole night. I'm like, dang, like Terrence Crawford, like, man, I really did that boy dirty. And I look at him, you know what I'm saying? And then the second pick that I feel like was the coldest that I didn't get was when Errol Spence was in the ring and he was talking about retiring. And in the background, you can see Tsyzu like smiling, like, yeah, like he knows what this is gonna do to his career. Listen, at the end of the day, you can make up the excuse that Errol Spence was out of the ring for 3 years, but hey, he still signed up. He still signed up for the fight, so there's no excuses there. And the main point is that Errol Spence's name, Tsyzu literally hit the boxing jackpot. He hit a little lottery, even though we know, let's be honest now, Tsyzu should hang it up as well. But he can take that win from last night and get him another nice bag. You know what I'm saying? And be up out of there. Miss Joette, what's up? Blessings to you. Mr. Gumbo said, I said Spence wasn't the same after the accident, but people laughed at me. Mr. Gumbo, brother, for those two fights that he came, Ugas and for Ugas and Danny Garcia, he seemed like he was back. But in my opinion, I feel like his body had like a delayed reaction, plus with the age, you know what I'm saying? So, um, and where was the power? It seemed like Errol ain't had no fucking power. Again, his legs, he ain't had no legs, man. So it's like it was hard to watch. It was it was hard to watch. I'm like, man, I should have allowed myself to just go to sleep. That's what I felt, man. I'm like, man, why did I stay up for this shit? But again, I'm an Arrow supporter. So it is what it is, man. This comes with the game. Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose. My whole perspective is to keep my emotions out of it, no matter who I like. You know what I'm saying? No matter who I favor, and just focus on, just the fight itself. Or, like, my whole intention is just never be a fanboy of any man. These guys are making millions in there. These big fights that we're watching, these guys are making millions. I don't know how many millions EJ made last night. So I don't feel any type of empathy besides the fact that I wish he would have won. That's it. I wish he would have won so he can go out like that. But it is what it is, man. This is a fighting game. So the big fish, Errol Spence Jr., whole big fish reign is done. And like I said, even though most will say that Terrence Crawford ended him, Tsyzu, he retired on Tsyzu's watch. So Tsyzu gets to gain the benefits of that. That's why I said he hit the lottery jackpot with that. So shout out to Tim. He did what he had to do. I still feel like he should have stopped EJ. But he just didn't want to take the risk to do that. He was there in himself. He was shell of himself. And I seen a lot of people on Twitter like clowning Tim. I'm like, man, I don't have. What is the point of talking down on Tim? We already know what Tim is. We already know he was never really more skilled than Spence, but he's just definitely been way more active. And that layoff just did it, man. It was. Hey, Errol grabbed another check on us, man. Remember, he just told us how he grabbed a check with the Crawford fight. Like, hey, I had too much. Basically, he said this is how I perceive what Errol said in that interview with Andre Ward. He's like, hey, man, there's too much money on the table. I was injured. I'm gonna go get that bag. And even with me saying that, I still give Terrence Crawford full credit for what he did. I don't want to take no credit away from him. He deserves it. Again, you seize the opportunity. Anybody's gonna do that. I would have done it. So, again, I'm not taking anything away from Terrence Bud Crawford, but we all know EJ just wasn't the same. I believe that's the fight where the accident just really caught up with him. Just really caught up with him, and it is what it is. Y'all smash my like button. It's free. It's free 99. But EJ grabbed another bag on us, y'all. I know a lot of people are like super mad at EJ, but I can't be mad at EJ, even though yes, I lost money in the Terrence Bud Crawford fight, but again, that's the risk when you bet. You don't really know what you're betting up against, and that's something that we didn't know what we bet up against. Of course, a lot of us we felt that Errol Spence was just he's definitely was one of the truth tellers in boxing because, like I said, if you pull up comments of Errol Spence lying, you're not gonna find any videos of that. But if you pull up videos of Bud Crawford lying, you can find a couple dozen of those type videos. So, for the most part, Errol Spence is a truth teller. For the most part, but he did play us. He did play us, and selfishly, hey man, he's got a family. Of course, it sucks that it was on our watch. A lot of us, a lot of people lost a lot of money. I just happened to not be one of them. I didn't bet that much on it. I put a little something on it and lost it. It is what it is. But I get if you put a bunch of money on this fight and you lost, I get it. I get it. You're allowed to be mad. I'm not saying you're not allowed, but this is what happens when you remember, man. This is just something I love to say. All these fighters, celebrities, they're compromised to some point. And we need to realize that their best interest was always going to matter over ours as the fans, as the supporters on the outside. Smash my motherfucking like button. Oh, what up, OG Bruce Gas? I appreciate you sliding through. I appreciate you. So yeah, stop believing in these fighters. You gotta play the game. Keep your feelings out of it. Stay away from fanboys. Because who you are around, you become. Straight up. Straight like that. Straight like that. But I'm not sure what's next for Tsyzu. He said that he wants a title fight. I feel like he said he wants Lara. I think Lara could still beat him at this age. Because remember, Lara's pretty much like fine wine. He got better with age when he really started sitting down on his punches. So I believe Lara could beat him. right now. So, hey, go ahead, get in there, Tim. Get you a nice little another payday and shit, fade to the black like EJ did. Fuck it. I think that's what he should do. Mr. Gumbo said, all facts. There's a lot of Rain and Men fanboys out here. Bruh. it is. It is crazy. Oh man, it's very comical. Again, YouTube is I still love YouTube regardless of the adversity that I've gone through. There's no way I can allow that to really truly move my energy. I'm just super aware now. That's all. It just allowed me to really tune my awareness and turn it all the way up instead of thinking that, okay, this ain't that, or, you know, you never know what anybody's going to do to you on here. I think it's important to watch patterns, and the people who show patterns of solidness. And this is the thing, I don't have to agree with what they're saying. I don't have to agree with what they're saying all the time. Like my bro Just Do. Like I don't agree with a lot of stuff he may say, or he has a different opinion, but I'ma still support him regardless. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. We don't have to agree. He has his perspective. I have mine, and that's just what it is. And that's one thing. Like this is where everybody that I rock with, even Mr. Gumbo, who don't have a channel, we're not gonna agree on everything ever. And that's what makes us individuals. We're allowed to feel how we feel, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna disrespect Mr. Gumbo because he has a difference of opinions on mine. For what? It's not that deep. Hold on. Yeah, but the hell. Oblin, do you use weighted vest to run? No, I don't, man. But I want to get one. Where'd you get yours from, bro? Where'd you get your weighted vest? I've been looking at that, man. I'm like, man, or even just walk. One thing I love to do, Mr. Gumbo, I love uh, I love incline. So I like being on the treadmill and incline, because basically gravity works for you. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the thing. You don't even have to run. You can just fucking just walk at an angle, and it works for you. What up, big sis Quee? Appreciate you sliding through. Hold on, where's Miss Joette? I gotta get her. There you go, Miss Joette. I rocks with you. Um, yeah, but hey, EJ, he's a Hall of Famer. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Just based off the idea of what he endured and overcame. Like he went through an accident. He endured an accident where he should have died. There's no way he should have survived that accident. And he came back and he beat two other Hall of Famers, Ugas and Danny Garcia. So he is like, man, and he beat them convincingly. I believe Ugas was a stoppage because of his eye. So like he's definitely Hall of Fame. If you want to base it off character, he's Hall of Fame off character. But ain't no slots for character in the Boxing Hall of Fame, because there's a lot of clowns in there. But for sure, Ms. Joette, It's all good. But man, it's boxing is crazy. But man, I need to. I've been bullshitting, man. Of course, I like to focus on family, man. Family is. I love family, man. I love my family, and I just gotta put them first. But I do need to. I was talking to my cousin. He was like, "Man, what's up with your videos, man?" Back home, he like, "Man, what's going on? You ain't been putting nothing out." I'm like, "Yeah, procrastinating, because I swear I be having all types of ideas for videos, and then you dealing with kids, and you just like keep pushing them back, keep pushing them back. Then you get sidetracked here, sidetracked there, and then the video just never come out. I just never do a video. And then before you know it, somebody else does a video that I was thinking about. And it's not to say that, of course, great minds think alike and everything, but even if somebody else put out a video similar to yours, I want to inspire everybody to just put out yours, your perspective, because just because a video may be similar to yours, that doesn't mean that they're saying the exact same things. So, and you already know me. I'm not a boxing channel. I'm putting out all types of shit, however I feel. But again, on my YouTube, I'm not my YouTube. I'm sorry. On my IG, I don't follow a lot of people. Of course, a lot of people I met on YouTube, and of course, I really don't follow. Of course, the boxers that I follow are quote unquote celebrities in a sense, but a lot of those celebrities, I don't follow any of them no more. I don't follow any of them no more. I just purge myself of that. So my followers went way. I think the people I follow is well under 1,000 people. I think I follow I think it's under 500 as well. Maybe under 4. I think I'm in like maybe 400, something like that. Maybe 3 something. I follow like 300 people now. And most of those are like boxers and shit. So, yeah, I'm keeping it real light. SG Mello. What up, bro? I appreciate you sliding through. I'm going to get you right just because you slide through. See. Yeah, smash my like button. But yeah, man, shout out to Errol Spence, man. He had a wonderful career, a very enjoyable career. At the end of the day, it just didn't turn out like we all wanted him to. But he still overcame a lot of the adversity that he faced. Let's be honest, Errol Spence should be dead in all honesty, because when dealing with that whole Mo 3 shit, he should be out of there. You know what I'm saying? So, firstly, he should be out of there because of the accident. You know what I'm saying? And he overcame the accident to an extent. He came back and he put on some great performances, right? Right? So, but as I don't know if any of you guys seen the interview with Errol Spence and Andre Berto, but he definitely took a lot of accountability. That's why I love people. If you can't take accountability, I can't really fuck with you. I gotta be honest, I can't. That's just really my moral compass, because I just believe that when you point one finger out at somebody else, you have 4 fingers pointing back at you. You know what I'm saying? And even with my situations, I always study them and like, man, what role did I play in this situation? I could have not been over here, like just speaking in YouTube, just with my adversities on YouTube. I had a choice. I didn't have to be there in that area or wherever I was where this quote unquote static happened. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to be there, but I chose to be there. So I have to own that. I knew the type of individuals that I was dealing with. I peeped, but I wanted to try to, you know, you know, look past it or see the best in people. You just got to see people for who they are. You do. It is what it is. Big sis Queasy, she said, she said, yep, I have no issues with what Errol said or did. Accountability be kicking folks' ass for a long time. Said, same with me. I knew better. Yeah. It's like we know better, but sometimes we be knowing and don't be doing better, and so the intention now is to do better, to do better first. And we can't put past none. We can't put nothing past anybody, and just keep moving, man. Life's about moving forward. And another thing, man, we gotta appreciate life. Life is very precious. There's people really out here, crossing over every day, man. So you have to make a conscious decision. Are you gonna focus on your, how do I want to say this? You want to focus on your problems, or do you want to focus on your blessings? It's really up to you, and it's your choice. What do you want to focus on? So, like I said, every day is a great day. I rise. Again, simple shit I'm grateful for. I got a roof on my head. I got some food in my refrigerator. I have the choice to turn on the AC. I have my 5 fingers. I have my, I'm talking about my 5 fingers on one hand, in each hand, my 5 toes in each foot. So it's so many things to be appreciative, to be grateful for, that a lot of times we just take for granted. And it's just really time, man. This is just what I be on, man. This is just what I be on. Every day is a great day to be grateful and thankful. But, I need to, like I said, I need to make sure I find time for this. I got to prioritize it because I know that I'm needed in this space, man. Well, let me say I'm appreciated in this space. And it's not about me having the biggest numbers or nothing like that. I don't care about that. I'm a person, I don't talk a lot. But for the most part, when I speak, it's meaningful. I just don't be speaking for no reason and just hear myself talk. And I'm going to leave it there. I appreciate all y'all that slid through here. I believe OG, KQKC, and KO Knockout Boxing should be coming on soon. So I'll see y'all over there. Again, smash the like button for those who are listening on a replay. Lurkers, you were appreciated too. I'm not mad at a lurker. Do what you do. But to my reciprocators, y'all get my full love. And again, as I always say, onward and upward. I don't need your applause. Y'all have a blessed Sunday. I'm gone. Oh, hold on. My bad, Quee. I gotta finish what the fuck you said. SG Mello says, absolutely. Big Sis Quee said, we see the good in everybody while they continue to be raggedy as hell until we don't. Hey, we gotta be Ray Charles. We gotta focus on being Ray Charles to these motherfuckers. Like, we don't even gotta speak on a lot of this shit. Just be Ray Charles to their ass. He said, too foolery. Oh no, it's dark in here. Homie ain't paid the light bill. Wah, wah, wah. uh, wah, wah, wah. When trying to be funny, but you just corny as fuck. Nice try, pimping, but yeah. Oh man. He said my jokes are like alcoholic fathers. On that note, to my reciprocators, I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in